Hello everyone, it is Meredith and I wanted to hop on and do a January recap of my Hobonichi weeks, my common planner and my goals and just how the month went, how I'm using each planner, everything like that. So I'm going to jump into my common planner first. This for me is for my son. I like to track everything that we do, that he does, find our patterns, find our grooves. And then this is also where I put all of my notes. I've never used a B6 before, but I can say I absolutely love it. I, for some reason, don't feel the need to have a cover like I do on my weeks on the B6. So I got the Lauren Phelps Designs cover on cover. I did stretch it out a little bit and it fits perfectly. So love that. When you open it up, I just have a couple pictures and then a couple sticky notes from, I'm not gonna remember the name, so I apologize. It's like Color Days, something like that. I will link her below if I remember. Anyways, okay, so here I'm just still tracking ovulation, my period, and sex. I put that in my baby book because I would like to have another baby at some point. So I think that's important information. I will say I started filling out the goal breakdown page, but I don't really, my brain doesn't work like this in the sense that my brain does go 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, but not in this layout. For some reason, it doesn't really like work with my brain. So I don't think I'm gonna use it, but we'll see. Again, goals, I didn't use this at all. So for February, I'm gonna try again and see if there's something that I would prefer to track like this. But again, not really what I use this planner for. All right, so the months. The months is where I was tracking or am tracking all all my son's naps and new things he would try to eat that day. And then at the very beginning of each month, I put where he's at for the month. Like the things he can do. Like, can he stand assisted? Sorry, my cats are now in a box. Okay. He could stand, at the end of November, he could stand assisted, could roll out of the bouncer, tripod, sit briefly, bring everything to his mouth. And now, wow, it's interesting. Now we're in February and he can do so much more. So I'm kind of putting where he's ending the last month here and then, you know, moving forward as he progresses. I've talked about this in my last video and you'll see this a little bit more as a theme on this video as well. But my son used to wake up 6, 7, 8 times a night. Sometimes it was like every 30, 45 minute increments. And so I did end up sleep training him. And as you can see, these are the number of night wakings. They were all over the place, from 3 to 5 to 3 to 5 to 6 to 3 to 5 to 7. And then I started sleep training him in his own room. And now it averages one, well, this was 1. And then as you'll see, for the next month of January, now we're at 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1 on average. So this is very functional for me. As you see, it's not that pretty, but I use it every day. And I'm tracking how much he's sleeping, which I can now see. A low day is like 2.5 hours. He's 7 months old, and he's probably gonna be a little cranky that day. If he sleeps over 4 hours, we have the opposite problem where he wakes up really early. So the sweet spot is like 3.5 hours. So then going into February, I'm still going to use this the same way. And this is working really well for me now. I think we're in a transitional period as he gets to 8 months where we might want to drop one of his naps. So it'll be interesting to see how this changes. And then from the end of December into January, he can sit up, he loves food, he loves drinking from cups, he can stand assisted, he's starting to push up on his arms, and he likes to pretend to gasp, cooing, and squeaking. So this month, I wrote that in the beginning, or at the end of December. So now, tomorrow, I will write February's in, and he's progressed even from there, which is really cool to see. All right, and then we get to the weekly, hourly, and I had written down an ideal day, and what that looks like, and I kind of wanted to see how we follow that. And then it just really turned into what are our patterns, and then seeing the days that go really well, what happened during that day. So I write down most everything, not all the little details, but all the green is sleep. So the 3 naps a day. I was tracking when he was pooping, but I kind of fallen off that a little bit. But that actually was interesting as well, because at some points he was pooping like 4 times a day, and now he's pooping like once every 2 days. It's like a whole thing. Anyway, so I was tracking the night wakings, his nap hours, and it just kind of goes about each week like this. When he naps in the carrier, if he napped out, if he napped at home, if he was grumpy, what was going on that day, and teething, things like that. Again, grumpy, he's teething right now. He has 2 teeth coming in, so when it's like an extra hard day, I write that down. When it's a really good day, I write that down. And then I can really see what we're doing each week. As you see, it looks pretty identical every single week. And that is because that's how I want to track things. So now it's Tuesday right now, so I just need to fill in last night and then start today. And this is working really well for me. I'm a stay-at-home mom, which is why this works so well for me. If I was at work, I can definitely see using the hourly for work blocking, is what I used to use it for, but it still works being a stay-at-home mom as well. And then the notes pages in the back is where I put everything. I put my goals, I put notes, like scrap things, like just anything that I want to put down is going to be put down back here. So my January goals, I had a no spend or a low spend, and then I wanted to lose 4 pounds. And then I added a few more in here that I actually wanted to do, and I did most of them. I'm very proud of myself. So the no spend actually did not happen. I spent money, but I still completed almost my savings goal and paying off my credit card goal. And then I added start my self-development journal, read a book, start on our marriage workbook, plan Austin's birthday trip, and then I wanted to lose 4 pounds. I lost 2, so still progress there, which I'm pretty excited about. Let's see. So then also, they're just like random notes in here, like all kinds of things in here. Book notes, dog information, itinerary for the trip, calorie suggestions. It's hard to figure out how many calories I should be eating for my weight loss because I'm also breastfeeding, and I can't track exactly how much he's taking because he breastfeeds from the boob, so there's not really a way I can tell unless I get a baby scale and measure him before and after every single time. So I took 4 websites worth of informations and then averaged them all to get how much I should probably be eating to lose weight and to maintain things. If I do a home binder, which I have thought about doing, things I want in there. I like the idea of a home binder. I have a filing cabinet right now, but I also like the idea of a home binder too, just because I'm a planner and that feels nice. But also I'm like, I already have a filing cabinet. I really don't need a home binder. And then this is going to be my yearly fitness progress photos. So I have the day I took the photos. I have a little Canon IV and I just cut these out and put them in here. I have all my measurements, my bra pant size, and then each month, it's on the 15th of the month, I'm gonna take a photo and put it on the next month with my measurements. Like I said, I have lost 2 pounds, so hopefully by February 15th, I will have lost another at least 1 if we're going on my current trend. And then we can see my measurements, progress photos, and we're gonna do that for the whole year here. I left room for that. Then meal planning, my TBR list for reading, a couple of blank pages, love language quiz, more book notes, and then my February goals. So for my February goals, I did this pretty much exactly like I did my January goals. There looks like a lot more here, but it's really just like lose 3 pounds. I put lose 1 pound each time. I just broke all of my monthly goals out into like very small increments. So I'm excited to move these over. I love the Kanban board. I think it's just visually great for me. So I put do it, don't quit, and then complete it on this side. So I just have this little tab here to keep me on this goals. I had a tab right here for my January goals, and I'm excited to get into February. And then more random notes. This is actually for my VDS order for my Hobonichi. So I'm already on page 66, and there's 369 pages in here. I may run out, I may not, I don't know, but now Sterling Ink sells companion notebooks, so if I do, then I can always get one. But I don't think I'm gonna run out, because I also have the Hobonichi Weeks Mega, which I put notes in, but I have found that I love writing in the B6. It's big enough, it's wide enough that I just really enjoy writing in it. And then also the pens I use are all micro mild liners, and then the Tombow mono drawing pen. This does not smear after it dries down. After like maybe 10 seconds, like it doesn't smear at all. And if you wrote something a long time ago, it would never smear. So I like writing with gel pens the most, but the Tombow mono drawing pen is just, it's chef's kiss. Like it does not smear. So I would highly recommend that. And then in my Hobonichi Weeks, which I'll move to next. Okay, so in here right now, I just kind of have shoved the Hobonichi Weeks and then my, what is this called? Planner Monkey Co. Freely Noted, which again is my reference notebook. So just to reference, like I have things in here that I want to know each year that don't change, like addresses, birthdays. I have my medical information in here, as in like what the RX numbers are on our prescriptions, and what the subscriber number is on my health insurance, and things like that. Dog information, my life insurance information, things like that, that I don't want to like keep all the paperwork with me. That would probably go in my home binder anyways. But also things that I don't want to try to search through in my Hobonichi Weeks. And then also I don't want to write over and over and over and over and over again. So this is just a personal reference, so I can't really show you that because I have a ton of personal information. So then my weeks. Cover on Cover by Lauren Phelps Designs. Okay, so for the yearly log here, I decided to use it for an ovulation tracker. And so I take ovulation kits almost every day, and then I'm writing down when my period is by the highlight, and then also, or not my period, sorry, when I'm peaking in ovulation here, and then the P is my period, and just putting down what I am, and then trying to see each month. Right now, this is what I'm using for birth control, but conversely, when I do want to have a second baby, I will use it to try to get pregnant as well. This was December, and January, I just mark it off as the day goes by, and it's the last day of the month today. I think it's bad juju to mark off the day before you get there. Like, what if you don't get there? What if something happens? I don't know. So now the whole entire month is marked off, which just really makes my brain feel nice. And then I just have a million sticky notes here, but I just put this stuck right there, and then it sticks out the side. Let's see, so you can see that there. So now we're in February. Crazy. All right, so then for my weeks, This was December. And last time I flipped through this, I kind of talked about, I put my schedule down, my to-do list, my to clean, gratitude, my steps, my son's sleep, calories, dinners, and to-dos. So as you look through December, you can see all the dots in the sleep section are my son waking up. This was before we started sleep training, and then during. My steps, it's interesting to see how that goes throughout the week. And then I've been doing a gratitude a day for years now, and I felt like it was really important to keep that. And then, like I said, I have goals to lose weight. So I put my calories that I ate that day, and then based off of my metabolic rate plus breastfeeding calories, I could see if I was over or under that day in weight loss. I've also since started working out and hiking, so that definitely helps in that area. And you'll just see each week looks very similar. This is Christmas. I started tipping in, well, tipping in isn't the word, I guess. I don't know. Putting in pictures. And this was Christmas week, and I love that picture of me and my son. This week we had a lot of snow, and my son was not happy, so I just stuck a little one there. I don't want to put the pictures in the same area because I don't want it to like bulk up one specific area of the planner. And then I color code by month. So as you saw, December was all green, and then January is blue. So now we're all into blue. Very minimal on stickers. I don't like the look of stickers. It just makes it feel so busy, and in the Hobonichi weeks it's so small that I don't want it to feel so busy. And then as you can see, we started sleep training, so now we're down to 0 to 1 and still doing the calories and steps, everything like that. I did a no spend this week, which just didn't work. It just, I don't know, didn't work. The way my brain works better is that I save what I need to save at the beginning of the month, and then whatever money I have left after saving is what I have for spending. I don't work well on this, like, don't spend anything at all. And then when I spend one thing, I'm like, well, it's over now. So I have my calories on these little sticky notes each week to remind myself how much I should be eating per day. And again, tracking the calories here. And there's not too much going on this week or the week after because it just snowed so much, and I don't like to get out in the snow, and so I stay in more. Then I used this section for a picture of my husband and my child. And another week, this is the week of January 16th, more snow. I live in Colorado, and usually what happens is it snows and within the next couple of days it's gone. The snow has been here for like 2 months now, and it's kind of aggravating. So this was another picture of me and my son. Love that, so cute. And then I did a little extra by cutting them out this week, which was cute. I annotate birthdays with a little balloon, so I know that there's a birthday on that day I need to look up. And still tracking my steps, the sleep, calories, everything very much the same. And then now we're in this week, and I'm switching to February, and today is the 31st. I will go ahead and mark this in. And then I am going to switch to pink for February, and then the rest of the week will be pink. And in the back here, I have more collections. I have Jonah's weight and height. He is a giant, well, he's a big baby. He's in like the 95th percentile in weight and 99th for height. So I just am tracking that there. His average wake ups per week. And his first food, first time he sat up, first roll, first crawl, stand and walk, and word. Then I have my weight tracker, and the average amount of steps that I walked in a month. So I would, since I track my steps in the week here, I just add all these together and divide it by 7, and then that's how I get how many steps on average I walk that week. And then I do that on a monthly view. Just random notes, more calories, go-to meals, Jonas foods. He's like at 52 foods that he's tried so far. A 52 list, which I decided I didn't want in this book because I just don't like journaling in the Hobonichi weeks. And then my fitness journey, which there are some pictures I did not want on the internet there, so I'm just gonna skip that page and go here. So I decided to put a progress photo here, front, side, and back, and these are the same progress photos that were in my other book, but just next door. And then I'm gonna put, that's February, or January, February, and March. And then in February, I put the calories per week, when I weighed in, and then did I work out or not each day of the week, and then the total gain or loss, and then the reflections on the month. So I have a whole section for that for the year. And then more random notes, naps, mindful eating, what I wanted to put in my reference book when I was building that out, debt, no spend, which I didn't do, and a low buy, and that's it. So I'm on page 43 here. I don't think I will run out of pages in this book because I just don't like using it, but I would like to use more pages back here to make sure that I don't run out of pages in here. But between the two, I should be fine. So that is my February or January recap and flip through. Everything's going very well. As you can see, I've been using it exactly the same, which might be boring to you, but it really makes me feel good that this system is working for me, and I've been using it actually for like almost a whole year like this now. But in this Hobonichi weeks, everything is just filled in and looking nice every single week. So I'm very proud of myself here, and my goals are going well. I'm very excited to see my goal breakdown happening for February, and I'll do a February recap to see kind of where we landed there as well. So that is it for me. I hope you all have a great week, and I will be back for videos at a later time. Thank you so much. Bye.